All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're watching. Hope you're listening. So yeah, last week, pretty decent week for the fellas here at Gritty. I think we went, I don't know, like it was like 12-4 or something like that. I don't know. We were hot on everything. We were on
We're up
team
money, baby.
totals. We were on spreads. We were on money lines. We're on all three of the underdogs. Two of them hit, the Giants and the Jags, both in great games. It wasn't really a bad game until that Monday night game. We were on some player props. We were on the 49ers smashing the Seahawks. We had the Jerick McKinnon touchdown, Evan Ingram touchdown. I mentioned the Marvin Jones touchdown, So, yeah, we were rolling. We were rolling last week.
That Chargers-Jags game got dangerously ugly early, and shout out to the Jags coming out and putting on a show.
I actually turned that game off. Not even gonna lie. Well, once he threw his fourth pick, I was like, all right, I'm with a couple people. Like,
shamefully, I must admit I did the same.
that was a tough game to watch. I was like, damn, I was just like so unbelievably off on this. That's tough.
whenever they got 14, though, I was like, okay, they're gonna make a comeback here.
Yeah, they definitely can't do that today. That's for sure.
No shot.
So, first off, I mean, this is one of the plays I really do like. I don't think they're going to go down like 27-0 or anything, but I do think the Chiefs are going to like kind of go out and control the first half. That's kind of what the Chiefs do. The Jags don't really come out and play all that well in these types of situations. So the Chiefs are at -6.5 the first half. I really, I think that's pretty solid. I think they'll be up a touchdown going into the half. But that's where Doug Peterson makes his adjustments and like comes out in the second half and really like shows up. So, just have to. I just see them being up like and going into the half. What do you think?
Let me preface this by saying if the Chiefs go up 27-0, hammer the Chiefs money line live bet. Don't think about it. They will not come back on the Chiefs. Just if they go up 27-0, put money on the Chiefs money line at a live bet. No, so this game was kind of tough for me. +9, I think, is a really good line. I personally was looking at the under for this game. I know that's so it's not a good play. It's not an ideal play, right? Both
Not
these
your
are
favorite play.
It's high scoring offenses. Like, it's not something that you look at and go, oh man, I love the under. But I do think the Chiefs, with them having an off week, I don't think they're necessarily going to be firing on all cylinders. But I just think 52, if you think about, or 53, if you think about that, like 31-21 covers, I could see 31-21 without a doubt. Or even
wait, no, if it is at 52 or 53.
It's I'm getting 53 right here.
All right, that wouldn't cover. It'd be 52. Gamblers do. Oh, that would cover for us. Under.
Yeah. 31-21 covers. So, I mean, I personally like that. And even if you get like a 28-24, at least you're pushing, right? Or no, hang on. No, 53, so you would win that as well.
Yeah. Gamblers do math, guys.
Math is tough. Math is tough.
Numbers are hard.
No, but I do like the 52. Like I said, the Chiefs in the past, they do score a ton, but they the week off,
cover a lot.
They don't cover. That's the thing too. Is like
they don't cover big numbers.
I wouldn't mind the Jags at +9 here too. Like you said, you do like the first half at 6, which I do as well. But I could definitely see like a late Jags sneaky cover at 9. So
yeah.
But I personally do like the under 53. That would be my play this week.
I could definitely see that. I mean, the first time the two teams met, there was a total of 44, I believe. I think it was 27-17. Yeah. 10-point game. I mean, the Chiefs were up 20-0 in the first. It wasn't all that competitive, but this time, like, I think Doug Peterson's one of those types of coaches who's really good at making adjustments. They played in the middle of the season and like they did not play all that well against this team. I don't think that they're gonna come out firing, but they're gonna keep it like a game. Chiefs probably gonna score last like I think it's gonna be like I don't know 14-17 Chiefs going into like 2-minute like warning. Pat Mahomes has the ball. He goes on a drive, scores a touchdown. They're down 10 going into the half. Then the Jags kind of rally, score 10 straight. Then the Chiefs kind of maybe pull away and score a touchdown late. That's it's kind of how I'm seeing it.
I don't know what it is about. Like, I normally don't bet unders. I'm a big over guy. If I see a game and I look at the under, it's like something's got to be telling me to go to that under. Something is in this game. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just opening weekend at Arrowhead, or I guess it's not Arrowhead. It's GEHA, right?
Whatever the neutral,
whatever it is, game. It's gonna be Arrowhead to me. Just kind of like Pittsburgh's new places, Acrisure. No, dude, that's Hansfield.
Yeah,
grow up.
Yeah.
But
I totally understand that. That'd be like somebody changing Fenway Park. Be like, what are you doing? It's not broken. Don't fix it. Like, there's nothing to fix.
No
Heinz Field was perfect. Leave it alone.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, but like you were saying, that the Chiefs are statistically one of the worst teams like covering this year. They're worried about winning. They're not worried about covering. And
their numbers also really inflated because they're Chiefs. But they don't. Absolutely. It's hard to cover big numbers when you're not worried about covering and you don't care about spreads.
I can't believe that. I can't believe Vegas hasn't kind of moved their lines too based off that with how bad their against the spread record is. But Vegas loves them, so
people keep betting on them.
Yep, absolutely.
Like, it doesn't matter. They're like, oh, this week it's going to be this week. They'll pull out and blow them out. I mean, it very well could be. He could blow out any person at any time. I just don't think that's how the Chiefs are playing games right now.
Right.
They're like they're playing a little bit more ball control. They're playing a little bit like more defensively sturdy. They're trying to win games and not have I don't know, put the pedal to the metal. Maybe it's playoffs and it's different now, but I don't see them blowing the Jags out because I don't see Trevor Lawrence as just a dude who gets blown out all that. Like, I just don't see it. He's never lost on a Saturday, by the way.
Yeah, was it 37-0?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, that's still like
gross.
That's so impressive. Like,
yeah,
it's so hard to do.
And this is essentially, to me, this is his rookie season. Like, what type of coaching, training, experience did he gain last year other than watching his coach kick his kicker?
Yeah, like Urban Meyer threw him to the wolves last year.
Yeah, it was just bad. It was bad. Then he went out to his bar and was just meeting up with women.
We know that story. Unbelievable.
Dude, Doug Peterson's here. That's finally awesome. That makes me like that team. Like,
do you like any player props this week?
Evan Ingram, first touchdown scorer, plus 700. He scored he scored 17, or I think it's either 17 or 19% of their first touchdowns for the Jags on the season. In 2 of their last 5 games, he scored their first touchdown. And the Chiefs are not good against tight ends, so it's either that or like I'm putting basically $5 to $10 on that, and I'm putting $5 to $10 on Jerick McKinnon first touchdown score.
Yeah,
just because they Vegas has caught on to the anytime touchdown score. It's now minus 120 for me. So to get plus 450, you got to go first touchdown scorer. But I could totally see it. Either one of those guys is my preferred option. I also like Kadarius Toney plus 200 anytime touchdown score. I don't like his receiving yards though. They're a little inflated with Mecole Hardman out. I think they're at like 38. I think he gets like 29 yards, something like that. But because he isn't, he does most of his work. They give him the ball mostly in the red zone and try and let him make a person miss and get in the end zone there.
Right.
So I kind of see him cut like 2-3 touches, maybe 1 in the red zone, but that's kind of all he needs, especially in that offense being like, not really, keyed on.
So personally, I like Mahomes over 26.5 completions.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hinted at, I think the Chiefs are going to try to keep possession of the ball a lot. And I could see like a lot of screens, like just easy throws that Mahomes can routinely make. I don't see like a blowout happening. You know what I mean? So, oh, here we go. There we go. Defense, yeah, more conservative. That's what I'm kind of trying to hint at. Like Mahomes being more conservative, them running screens. The Jags don't have a terrible rush defense, but I do know that their pass defense is horrible.
They're the worst team against tight ends.
Oh,
so
God.
Also, know everybody's on the Travis Kelce play here, but you really want to get spicy. Their third string tight end is out. I forget what his name is. Starts with an F. But Noah Gray, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 500.
That's not bad.
Last time he scored a touchdown was against the Jaguars.
Oh, look at this. This is intel, ladies and gentlemen. You don't get this anywhere else.
Everybody he also he has like one catch in like 14 of his like 16 games, and it's typically around the end zone. You know, Andy Reid, he's running snow globes and ring around the rosy plays. He's just like, screw it, I'll give it to the backup tight end on the, the 1 yard line, play action tight end angle route there. You know what I mean?
We know Andy Reid.
We know Andy Reid.
Oh my gosh. But yes, so I'll do like the Mahomes 26.5, and I do like the under 53.
Jody Fortson, there it is.
Look at that.
There he is.
Shout out Trevor.
Thanks, buddy.
Chiefs fan Trevor. Let's get it.
I really appreciate that. I needed that because that was going to bother me for a few days however long it took me to figure it out. It's going to bother me.
So plus 500 on the Gray call. Okay, no Gray. Plus 500.
I like. What else do I like in this game? I'm kind of liking the. See, this is telling me to bet the under 38.5 passing attempts for Trevor Lawrence, but
you really
I don't really want to take that. I'm not a big under guy, like that. Like he could do that in the first half if the run game's not working for him. You know what I mean? Like
we are the same person. I'm not a big unders guy either.
It's tough to root for unders because you're sitting there and being like, yeah, I don't want that. Like,
I want defense.
It's like not even that. Like I'm all for being a defensive guy and all that, but it's just like sometimes it could be like, oh well, he missed a tackle. That's my whole bet. It's gone. Yeah. There he goes.
No, someone was telling me about this too. So we kind of do prize picks as well, and they were hinting at like a QB run. Like some QB runs are like 15 yards. Mm-hmm. It's like one time a QB can get loose for 15 if they're playing just like quarters and they're completely in like a cover 4, cover 5, and I think it was Justin Herbert. I think his was set something low, and one run hit it, and they go, there you go, there's your one run, like like there's your cover right there. It's just like unders are just right. Unders are just so ugly,
especially for something like that when it's just one play. You're just like, okay. It's like I'd rather bet on a shaky over than a solid under sometimes.
Right.
Just because like. Again, for that reason, like you're just like, oh, word. Well, the one game I bet on a TJ Hawkinson under was the game against the Giants, and he just he did that in the first half or the first quarter. I'm like,
I would love my under record. Like it has to be horrible. With saying this, I'm going under 53. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 40 to 45. Like just put it in.
Are we trying to like, is every offensive receiving weapon for the Jags scoring again this week?
Gosh.
Because if you had put in a touchdown parlay for Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, Zay Jones, and Marvin Jones, you would have hit it. And it would have been like, you would have won mad money. You would have won, like, I was going to say, probably $2,000.
I was going to say, like, well, probably would have been like, what, plus
Here.
2?
I'll see what it is for right now.
Okay.
For this week.
Well, all right. While you're doing that, and just so if you would have told me last week that the the Jags would be down at 1 point 27-0, I'd have been like, sure, like hammer all those plays because that's all he's gonna do is cover. Oh man, I don't like that. What?
Yeah, it's the odds for that would for this week would be plus 17,500. So a $10 bet will win you $1,750 on that.
Oh my gosh. Listen, people, we're not telling you, but we're kind of telling you.
If you're in a state that has FanDuel or DraftKings and you could go throw like $1 on that, you'd win $175. So like, why not?
I
have a $15 minimum on my prop parlays, so I can't do that right now.
I just personally love ETN. Like last week, I said he could probably get like 120 on the ground. I think he ended up getting like 109. Mm-hmm. Right. So our receiving and rushing yards covered, but I just love ETN.
It's 71.5 this week. Do you like that?
71.5. Oh,
high.
I want to say no, just because I feel like the Chiefs kind of attack that. I don't know. They're gonna let Lawrence do what he wants, like in the passing game, but I feel like the one thing they're gonna shut down is the running game, because if they're on 2nd and 9, odds are they're probably gonna pass. Like I think the Chiefs play defense to kind of make the game simple, right? Mm-hmm. They want you to beat them in one of two ways. Like they're either gonna stop your pass or they're gonna stop your run. Like there's no in between. That's why the defense is so iffy, because they could come out and commit to the run game, but offensively the teams are going, all right, we're gonna go pass heavy on these guys. Like, and there you go. There's no way you're stopping them just because they committed to the run game, right? So.
The Jags have a pretty good rushing defense. Do you like under Jerick McKinnon rushing yards 25.5?
So when I was looking at like what I wanted, the Mahomes completions to me I loved it just for the fact that I don't think that the Chiefs are going to run too much, right? So don't think I would mind a McKinnon just because they have Pacheco too, so would you say it was 25?
Yeah, in his last 5 games, he's had 6 yards rushing, 4 yards rushing, 7 yards rushing, 52 and 22. So that covers in 4 out of 5 games.
Right. I think I would like that, just because with Pacheco out there, and I think Mahomes going to pass more than people think. I think I would take that 25.
Mahomes' rushing yards is over McKinnon's by
is it really?
1 yard. Yeah, by 1 yard to 26.5.
Wow.
I don't mind it, but that's a super high line for a quarterback that like can run but doesn't really run.
Well, it's kind of one of those things we hinted at earlier. It's just like you gotta think if Jacksonville's playing quarters and they're they're playing off, like Mahomes can get 15 on one run, then you just need 9. Like
that's when he starts crushing you.
You need 11, but yeah,
when he just takes when you're covering everybody and he's like, oh yeah, I still have legs.
Right.
I'm just gonna take off. But I the more we're talking about it, the more I like it, to be honest.
I kind of try and stay away from quarterback rushing just because
I
now if like a Hurts, like we're gonna talk about him later. If you wanted to put like a rushing yards on Hurts, because Hurts does look to run. That's part of his game. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't be opposed to it rather than like a pass first quarterback that can potentially get outside and have an open lane. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? Like it's so chance based, but
yeah, no, I get you.
Gambling's chance based.
No, yeah. We try and give you the best estimated hypothesis that we can, but
we're trying to get our winning. We're trying to get our winnings to the Bahamas this year. Look at that tropical shirt.
Yeah,
we got to go to the Bahamas.
So to like kind of recap this game, I like the first half Chiefs -6.5. I like Evan Ingram first touchdown score at +700. Noah Gray, anytime touchdown scorer plus 500, and Jerick McKinnon, first touchdown scorer plus 450. So you kind of like just spreading a little juice on both teams there. You know what I mean?
Spreading the love.
Yeah, and that way I don't get screwed by a kickoff. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, and I have the under 53 and the Mahomes 26.5 over completions.
All right, word.
So.
That's a same game parlay right there. And if you threw that all together into one and you just picked one of the touchdown scores, it's going to be a pretty penny. Plus 700, plus 500. You get some big numbers in there. Yeah, that's Bahamas money. If you're throwing big racks there. Woo! Wow. All right.
I love this show.
Good. It's good. Yeah, it's fun. Second time, but we get it going. We have some fun here. We like to have fun. Yeah, it's all about fun.
That's what we do. We have fun.
All right. So we got a divisional round matchup here between two fan bases that would probably just enjoy throwing trash at each other. Just like great fan bases, great people, but passionate. Like, damn, you guys are some kneecap biters out there.
Something else, I tell you.
Go Bird!
Wow, dude.
Yeah. So,
but I love it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good game, and which is something that we've kind of been blessed with. I said at the top of the show, but we haven't really had a bad game other than the Cowboys-Bucks game. Like 5 out of 6. That's really not bad for especially the super wild card weekend when most of the 7 seeds typically get blown out. So there were some good games.
I'll take it. It.
So yeah, we're Giants Eagles. Giants travel into Philadelphia. Not much of a travel. They basically live in the same spot. So I'm in on Brian Daboll's dudes. That bald big guy, man. He's got something cooking over there. I don't know. The Giants are 14-4 against the spread on the season, which is NFL best. I believe it's 13-1 or 12-2 as road dogs or as underdogs, and then they're 8-1 against the spread on the road. So they are a road dog, and they're getting 8 points right now on my book.
Something is just screaming Eagles at 8 to me. I don't know what it is. It's just screaming, just saying, do not take the Giants. Don't do it. Like, if there's one game that I'm getting the air about, it's this. But, dude, I did this so week 18 when they played, I took the Eagles because I was saying that I thought that they were going to play, especially with the starters for the Giants were out because they couldn't move up or down in the playoff rankings, right? Mm-hmm. So like, man, the Eagles are going to come out. They're going to stomp them. Like, they're not going to play around. And the Giants covered with backups.
Yeah. Yep.
So, this.
We're on that. Yep.
But this just screams like 8 for the Eagles. Their defense has to step it up. Like, there's no way that they're going to let backups. You know what I mean? Like, they let backups do that to them last week. There's no way, or week 18. So there's no way that they do this again. They have to tighten it up. I think they're going to tighten it up. I love the Eagles at 7.5.
See, we're on opposite sides here, man.
I know I think it's our first opposite.
The same voice that's screaming in your head is just telling me like, trust Brian Daboll,
right?
But like, because like we've seen this before with the Giants team, right? We've seen this before. They have history doing this. That franchise, the fan base, like the whole thing, like they've done it before. They knock off top seeds and they play really, really hard as this like scrappy little dude. And that Brian Daboll is pretty much their mascot as a scrappy little dude. Like,
I also like to preface this by saying I have been on the opposite side of the Giants all year long. So, but
I've been on the G-men all year long.
Yeah, so you've been riding them, huh?
I even took the shots on the chin mid-season too. I just kept riding with them. I was like, right. It was like, okay, they're starting to fade, and then they showed like something told me like I get the Vikings are fraudulent, definitely fraudulent, that team, but to go out there and Daniel Jones, like he was putting balls on a rope.
Yeah.
70 rushing yards, and it was because they're putting Saquon out on like the flat, so they're taking dudes out of the box. So like Daniel Jones getting the ball and just sprinting to the second level. He's a big dude. It's tough for him, tough for safeties to kind of tackle him. So I just think they're gonna play that similar type of like run game. Saquon only had 9 carries. They scored 27. They scored 31 points last week.
That is so wild.
What? If you had told me that but going in before that game, I would have told you are basically on crack, sir.
Yeah, you put on your eggs pretty much on Daniel Jones, which is not saying he's bad, but it's just like
it's something you didn't expect after. He just proved that he can put it on his shoulders and like deliver something.
Oh, is he's on a contract year, is he not?
Yep.
Oh, he's going to get paid.
They didn't give him they didn't pick up his option. So like they either have to, they might franchise tagging him's getting paid. Is that like 33? Something up there?
Oh my gosh, is it really?
Woo! Yeah, thank Kirk Cousins.
You would be better just paying him outright.
Like, yeah, just give him a contract. Just sign him. And I'd be like, nah, I want the franchise. What do you mean? Tag me.
Right.
Tag me in.
Oh my gosh. I did not know it was that much money. Shout out Kirk Cousins, man.
I believe it's like 28 to 33. I think that's where it is. That's what the number
so
is.
Much money.
It's gross.
That is gross.
It's more money than Tom Brady makes.
Right.
What? Why?
No, the Eagles, I'm trusting their defense this week, man. Like, Eagles, give it to me, baby. Give it to me.
I'm also riding under 48. I think this is an ugly game.
Yeah, you were telling me that
ugly game. Because like I said, I think Wink Martindale is a really, really good defensive coordinator. I think Brian Daboll is a really, really head coach, and they're going to learn from that whopping they got in Week 14 when they did play their starters. And you can't blitz Jalen Hurts. You can't. You blitz Jalen Hurts, he's going to cook you. Like deep fried patties.
And like, so I was on TikTok. Shameful of me. I was on TikTok. Yes, people, I watch TikTok. But
it's okay. It's getting banned soon, I heard.
Is it really? Didn't
I have no idea.
I thought they went through this like a while ago too. Like,
I thought they tried that.
Yeah. No, so I was going through it and Jalen Hurts popped up on my For You page.
Yeah.
And dude, he was locked. Like he was saying in. I think I wish I would have put it in here just so we could put it on the screen, but he was saying that about one of his coaches said, "Hungry dogs run faster." He said, "I ain't hungry. I'm starving." It's like, yes, yes. Like Eagles 8. Let's go. I'm riding.
I see. I don't think the G-men are gonna win. See, there's a much smaller voice telling me the G-men are like gonna win, but there's a loud voice telling me they're gonna cover. Like I can see this being a really tight game to the end, and the G-men go on a drive with like 4 or 5 minutes left, and they score a touchdown, and they got to get a stop, and they don't, and the Eagles just knee it out, and they, it's that 24-20 game, and G-men cover, under hits, everybody's pissed, right. Except for me.
You're right. Yeah, I'll take this.
Like, that's what I thought was going to happen. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is there what type of player props do you like this week on that game?
So I like Daniel Jones over 45.5 rushing yards. Like I said, I think that they kind of unlock something into their offense there with that. And to be honest, I think they've had like that in their offense is like a small part. Dayball's been sitting here like, if we make it into the playoffs, what's it called? Now we're going to pull this stuff out. Like, you guys haven't really seen us go this deep into the bag. Like, it's been in the bag. We just haven't pulled it out yet.
Yeah.
And now I think that Dayball is going to really empty his bag out, because if, like, he could get goated just by winning this game for that franchise. Just being like, oh, we knocked the Eagles off this year in a year we thought we had no. Woo, G-man! I have a couple in my ear already. Just I can hear them.
It's screaming to you, huh?
Yeah, I can hear the G-men fans if they won this game just going off.
Oh my gosh!
And I can also just feel the tears of my Philly fan friends. They're just like, down bad if that happens.
Yeah, my best friend's an Eagles fan. I was telling I pretty much if Pittsburgh's not in, I'll ride with the Eagles. But yeah, I've been talking to him about it. He's ready too. The Eagles fans and Eagles, they're locked. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they're locked in. They're locked in. That's for damn sure. I mean, would be a horrible shame to see them get knocked off when they're so locked in.
It's talking to you, huh?
I don't think they're gonna lose the game, but I think it's gonna be way closer than people think. I also since I think it's gonna be 24-20, that puts me on the over for the Giants total points at 19.5. Sweaty. That's how I feel about that. But
There he is. There's my friend. That's him right there. There he is.
He had a comment. He was like, "Yeah, let's go,
Go Birds, baby."
He said Saturday night, dude. It doesn't matter. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Philly fans are drinking. They're drinking
gonna
heavy.
Be rocking. Yes, sir.
They're taking that next day off. Like this is a playoff game. It's playoffs. I love it. In Philly,
I love it.
Yeah, no way. That place is rocking no matter what day it is. But yeah, Saturday. Whoa.
Put it at 10 a.m. on a Friday. That place is packed.
Yeah, packed. It was packed on Thursday night. They were going in. They're drinking like on the field. But yeah, no, that I love love that.
That's so great. That's great.
I also like Miles Sanders over 67.5 rushing yards.
Oh, I'm so glad you said this. I love this too. This was on my list.
Yeah, it's 141 rushing yards against them the first time. The Giants, as good as their defense is playing, this is going to be, like I said, it's going to be an ugly, grinded out type of game. I think Sanders gets 18 to 20 carries, and he averages about 4 yards a carry. Like that's an over. That maths out right there.
Well, we're good at math, right?
Yeah,
gamblers are good at math. No,
don't forget it.
But the Giants 27th worst rush defense. Like the only thing I am worried about is I don't know where I saw the stat at, but Boston Scott apparently is the Giants' daddy. Like I think they said he's scored of each of the last 3 games, and of each of the last 3 games, he was the first touchdown scorer. Is that not wild?
See, like, so I don't have that's completely wild. I just wanted to go look on my book and like maybe play that. And I just he's just not even on a touchdown scorer for my book.
Yeah. So I went on DraftKings and his first touchdown score was like plus 2,000. And he's been the first touchdown scorer against the Giants the last 3 games.
Can you use DraftKings like in your state?
No, I cannot. But I usually just go on the sports book just to look at it.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say, play that for both of us right now.
Yeah, but
because I can't.
But I am in the I am right next to the state that I can, because I'm, like I said, I'm in Kentucky and Indiana. You can bet it. So
true.
I think it's like a 25-minute drive. So if I did really want to like go over there and do it, I could. I definitely could.
January in 10 days, actually, Massachusetts is opening their online sports books. Everything is legal now. All of the licenses have been doled out. Now we're just waiting for the official start date. I can use Barstool Sportsbook. Get
you are
bonuses.
So lucky. Yes.
Dude, I've been grinding in the dark for freaking 3 years, man.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that stat, bro. That is so nuts. In 8 total games against, he has scored 10 total touchdowns. And I just got a stat right here. It says Boston Scott has scored at least 1 touchdown in each of the Eagles' last 8 games against the Giants. Like, dude, what? Like, right, you are somebody's daddy. You're somebody's daddy.
Throw it in there, fellas. Like whoever's watching this, that's primo information right there. You only get from fans like this.
All right, here's the stat I was telling you about the first touchdown. It says Boston Scott has scored the first touchdown in each of the Eagles' last 2 home games against the Giants.
That was this season, like,
dude. Right, so I guess it's because they played at home, so I guess it had to do with this season and last season.
I actually remember that. You want to know why? Because I had a Miles Sanders touchdown that game. 14.
Dude, that's why I am kind of nervous about the Sanders, but dude, I'm taking Sanders 67.5.
Yeah, because he's gonna be in between the 20s. It's Boston Scott when they get down to like the 1, which makes zero sense to me. But like he nibbles it. He's like,
but let's not get
there.
it. Let's not get it misconstrued. Boston Scott is still the Giants' daddies.
Yes, apparently. I did not know this information, but can't dispute facts like that, man. Wow.
You can't get this anywhere else.
No. I've been doing a lot of research about these games, and not a single person has had that. So that's awesome. That's awesome, actually. I am liking Dallas Goedert over 48.5 receiving yards. I think that Jalen Hurts is like, we don't know how healthy he is right now. So like, really, how much are they going to test him deep? How much are they going to test that joint sprain? You know what I mean?
Right.
So as well as if, they're playing zone, the Giants like to play a lot of zone. So like if they're playing deep zones, you just have Goddard coming out on little flat routes, going on curl routes, sitting there in slants, just kind of eating up the middle of the field, short area.
Yeah, the Giants are also notorious for being pretty bad against tight ends too, correct?
Yes. So they're very bad.
So I do like that. Eagles -8. I love it too. I just
gotta disagree with you, Raymond. Big G-man guy here.
It's something about it, dude. I don't know. I took him.
We have the same reasoning for our bet too.
We're getting the same voices, just different, different cues here. One's telling us G-man, one's telling us Eagles. So
yeah,
I just I can't get off the Eagles here. I don't know why.
I actually have a lot of prop plays for this game, to be honest.
Do you really?
Yeah. I absolutely love Isaiah Hodgins over 4.5 receptions.
Yeah.
I'm getting it at plus 120 right now. In his last, 5 games, it's been 8-4, 8-4, and 4.
I was gonna say he's been balling.
He's been right at that what's it called? That line. So it's gonna be a tight game. Daniel Jones kind of he likes him. That's his Kenny Golladay, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude. I think I had Slayton last week in some plays, and Hodge is just making me so mad. Can we get off this guy? Can we just go to Slayton?
It's like, who is this? Why is he? What's happening? You want to know who he reminds me of from last year? Travis Fulgham on the Eagles.
Yeah,
that's who Isaiah Hodgins reminds me of. But I think he's their Kenny Golladay. He's their just not $22 million version of Kenny Golladay.
Dude, the Greg Ward for the Eagles. Do you remember the Greg Ward days? Oh my goodness.
Greg Dortch, maybe a little Greg Dortch actions. That's who that guy is pretty much. But I don't know. He's just being wicked consistent, and until they fix that room, he's their guy. He's that short area guy.
Dude, so. I think I've worked myself up in a frenzy over Boston Scott.
Do you have to?
Dude, plus I think it's plus 360 to score a touchdown.
Yeah, that's
anytime. I've worked a friend. I think it's just
I'm actually so mad that I can't get that right now. You know what I mean?
Right. What so
just whack.
Yeah, do you use an offshore
or Yeah. Pretty much. Just
That's pretty much how it is, right? As you said, 10 more days, right?
Yeah, 10 more days.
You're so lucky.
We get real.
I have to ask,
but all the plays.
I have to ask real quick. So how did that whole did it go to a court to be voted on, and then it got passed?
No, yeah, it had to be voted on by law. It was one of the questions when you go to vote, and you basically had to vote accept that, and then it had to go through the Senate, then freaking everything. Just bullshit.
So from your vote to when they passed it, how long was that process?
Oh, it's been 2 years.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Been 2 years.
On. Yeah, we're so in the man cave days. We haven't even passed it. We haven't even passed,
No,
we
dude,
haven't
that's
even
so
passed
tough.
that yet. That's why I had to ask the question. Like, when we do pass it, how long does the process take?
I don't get that. Kentucky and horse racing, like that should just be like
Horses are like king here.
Yeah,
If
the
you go,
ponies.
you have to bet them. If you don't bet them, if you're betting sports, it's frowned upon in the state.
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing?
Absolutely disgusting. I mean, listen, I'm a horse bettor, but listen, let's be fair. Let's do sports across the board. Let's go. What do we think? We got Indiana, we got West Virginia, Missouri, Tennessee. Everyone around us has a bonus.
That whole little box
Everyone
right there.
Everyone.
Yeah.
It's like we're living in the dog days.
Oh man, that's beat. All right. What else do we like here? I like there's another one. Do we like Kayvon Thibodeau getting a sack?
Oh my god, that Eagles O-line's good. I think Lane Johnson was banged up this week, but our O-line's and with Hurts.
That's much more of a lean. That's like a
my thing is like a sack, just like picking out a specific guy to sack. Just I know he's really good, but dude, that O-line and with Hurts scrambling too, it could be anyone really.
Do we like Miles Sanders over 14.5 carries?
I do like that. I like what you said when you were saying you're 19. Like you could see 19-20. I could definitely see that as well. Like a grinded out game too, for sure.
Okay, I like that. All right, so
but I do love the 67.5 Sanders. I do love that. Love it.
So my plays here, I believe, are the Giants +8, the under 48. What I say? Daniel Jones over 45.5 rushing yards. Miles Sanders over 67.5 rushing yards. Dallas Goedert over 48.5 receiving yards, and Isaiah Hodgins over 4.5 receptions.
Lock it in.
I have a bunch. That's a heavy slate for that game.
Lock it in, except for the Giants +8. Come on, guys, let's go. No, it could be it, dude. Like.
That's going to be a tight game, bro.
Like another backdoor, the backdoor cover, like Eagles being up 14 and last minute Giants score. It's like 7. Oh, that's so hideous. Whatever. I'm thinking.
You're like, no, and I'm like, yes. I love gambling.
I love gambling. This is. I'm telling you, adrenaline rush like no other.
Yeah, no way. It's like a lot of people like going to this casino, and I'm like, dude, I'd rather spend 3 hours to lose $15 than 3 minutes.
Exactly. Especially at home in my couch. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't have to pay for beers either. Well, anymore, but I have to already. Right. Oh man. All right. So I think we're doing all right. Solid 20 minutes per game here. Like that's all right. All right, so let's go to the Bengals Bills. How are we feeling about this game?
I love this, dude. This
might be my favorite game of the week.
I think it's mine too. Like this is playoff football is all about. Like two pretty decent juggernauts just going at it, just wanting to get to the next round and potentially play whoever wins that Chiefs game. But I can't go against Burrow. I can't do it. There's just no way. I'm not.
Nope.
I have to take. I don't know what it changed at. I have Bengals 5.5 here. It could have changed, but I'm taking the Bengals 5. I cannot go against Burrow. And Bills are like 8-9 against the spread this season, so it's not like they just want to win. Like they don't care about covering either.
Nope.
So like, in me personally, I love if you want to sprinkle money line on that game. Like, I think I'm going to. So I would not be. I might be
doing a little bit more than sprinkling.
You're loving it, huh?
Dude, I've said it before on this show. I'm betting on Joe Burrow until he gives me a reason not to.
God, and let me just preface it. I hate the Bengals. I hate them so much.
Yeah.
Like no.
You're a Steelers fan, right?
And the thing is like I went to a Bengals game back. So it was actually the game that Shazier got hurt, and there was people like cheering it. Oh, I hate them so much. I hate them. I hate them. They're just so nasty. What a nasty fan base. But With that being said,
they showed some class this past week.
They did.
Weeks.
Absolutely. No, I was proud of them there. Like my respect level went up for them quite a bit because of the way they did things, but I was there for that. I was there for that Shazier injury. I heard him.
Yeah, that sucks.
No, but
that's never what you want to see at all.
No, not at all. But with that being said, the fans don't play the game.
Dude. All right, I'm just seeing this for the first time now. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Since his point total is 20.5.
Oh. God, I feel like you have to hammer that. Dude, 3 touchdowns?
Smash that.
3 touchdowns? Joe Breezy gets 3 touchdowns in his sleep. Come on.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy money, Sniper Gang. That's what that is.
Yeah, dude. Joe Breezy does this for a living, guys. Come on now.
The other thing about it is really that's low, man.
And the Bills defense has not been good lately. Not been good.
The Bengals defense has played better than the Bills.
Yes, absolutely.
Like this should be swapped, in my opinion. The Bills' point total is 27.5. Like I like that too, but like, why aren't this should be closer than that?
See, I don't love that. With you saying 20.5 for the Bengals, I love that.
Yeah, that's a smash.
But the Bills at 27, I don't love as much as I do the Bengals, right? So
yeah, I think they should both be at like 23.5.
I'm so glad you saw
49. Like that's wild, man.
I am so glad you saw that. Yeah, I'm probably going to be taking that.
Play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smash play.
Which is odd.
Before we got on, you didn't love anything. This is something you probably.
That is something that's something I definitely love, and it's odd because they have the Bills at 27.5. You said,
and that's why I have it at,
and they have the Bengals at 20.5, which is like a 7-point swing. But they have the Bengals at 5.5.
Yeah,
it's so odd to me. Like what? If you have it at 5.5, why wouldn't you put it at 21?
Do you want to know why? You want to know why? Because bookmakers don't know what to do with this game.
That's a great point.
They don't know what to do. Like this game is so tight, they're just like throw numbers on the board, see what happens, see what gets bet on. We'll move from there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bookies don't know what's going on, so please listen. Let's beat the bookie this week. 5.5 Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals money line, Bengals team total. Joe Burrow over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Like,
I mean, 20.5 is disgustingly gross.
They're getting one more point than the Giants are getting.
Right.
What?
No shot.
This is just such an overreaction of them having a bad week against the Ravens.
That's
a bad matchup for them.
Wasn't Miami like 19.5?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, come on. That's so disrespectful. Dude, they had a third-string quarterback. You're telling me Joe Burrow is not good?
That's the other thing about this game. Since he feels disrespected, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, especially with like the home field stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
And probably even seeing this line. They're like, what?
Right. Like, I mean, of course
there was a quote on Burrow about like, hey, as you see your underdogs in this game, he's like, I'm never an underdog.
Dude, I love him. I love him, but gosh,
just everything he says is just like, dude, I have to put my money on you.
I just wish he played for another team, man. Like, please, could you just play for like someone besides the Bengals? Like, as much as the Patriots have beat the Steelers in the past, like I would much rather see him on the Patriots than the Bengals. Like,
yeah,
I mean.
Yeah. It's different. It's different. I gotta look at Josh Allen all the time. That sucks.
Yeah.
So fun. Just looking at it like,
that's so tough.
He's just jumping out of bounds, still throwing the ball to somebody who's just like not open but open. Just like sidearm touchdown. Right. You're like, well, that dude should have been out of bounds.
Well, I thought the AFC North was going to get like horribly challenging and.
I think it still can next year, possibly.
With Lamar potentially like leaving, I kind of feel better about it, right? But
yeah,
Watson wasn't as great as he was either. That could be like he hasn't been with the offense,
yeah,
right. So
he showed something in that game before. What's it called? Before the Steelers game, what's it called? What game was it? Berg. He put up like 30 points on one team the week before the end of the season. I'm forgetting what it is now, though.
I don't know if yeah, I don't remember. There was a game. I know what you're talking about. It's coming back to me now. But he did definitely.
Like he showed something. You know what I mean?
Right,
If that's more of the
absolutely.
Watson they're gonna get next year, that team's gonna be dangerous.
No, like he's amazing. But I think that with him being with the Browns, I don't think he got to learn enough in the amount of time that he was there.
He
So
was there, yeah.
a full
I feel
off
ya.
season though, it could get tough in the AFC North for real.
So what do you like for prop bets here in this Bengals Bills game?
All right, so I have a lot of notes here, but I have Josh Allen over 280 and a half passing yards. Josh Allen has thrown for 305 plus passing yards in his last 3 postseason games.
Okay.
The Bengals give up the 23rd worst passing yards per game. And I think with me wanting the Bengals money line, the Bengals are gonna be up and Bills could be down. So I think he's gonna have to throw to keep up. So I do like the 280 and a half passing yards.
Okay. I like that. As I said earlier, I'm pretty sure I'm on Joe Burrow. Over 1.5 passing touchdowns because
I like that.
he didn't do it last week. He didn't do it the week before. But guess
That's
what?
coming.
He did it 5 weeks in a row before that.
in the wise words of Deion Sanders, he's coming.
Yeah, he's coming for you. And also he's pissed off. Like he threw one in that first drive in the game that they played, was going to probably throw a second one on the second drive.
Mhm.
So not all that concerned about the Bills defense here, to be completely honest. Like again, I think the Bengals gonna roll. It's gonna be a good game. Over 49. I love that. Let me see something here. I like Dawson Knox to score a touchdown in this game. Because that's just something that like he does because nobody's betting on him to do it, and that's
Right.
what he's gonna do. It's plus 179, and that's straight easy money to me right now.
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
That's the dude who isn't covered in like the red zone. Like
I
he
don't know
just
how
kind
that
of
is too.
he gets flaked out, or like he just kind of like sits for a little bit longer than like somebody should. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I like that. Well, you
I
know
like
what the anytime is? What the is it like plus 200 or something?
plus 179.
179. Okay.
Yeah, that's a decent number. It went
Yeah.
down a little bit. We have Jamar Chase here at plus 110. That's easy money as well.
Easy money. Oh my, dude. I said last week the digs, but I mean it just didn't come to fruition, unfortunately. But I do like the Chase one.
I just with that team and that dude, like they did that. Like that was like the first touchdown they scored, and I had it last week too. And I was like, well, yeah, that was super easy.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
I love gambling.
Actually, what about a first touchdown score for Jamar Chase? Plus 900.
Wow, plus 900. If I had to pick one person on the Bengals side that would score the first, I'd probably say it's Chase.
What about on the Bills side?
Bills side, I would
Gabe Davis plus 1,000.
Personally,
Yeah,
I would lean probably Josh Allen. What's Josh Allen's first?
Plus 950.
I would probably lean Allen. I could see like a 1 yard goal line. He has to push it in.
I could see that. So,
but here's the thing too. Like the Bengals, like, would you be surprised if T. Higgins caught that first one?
No,
I wouldn't either.
I don't even think. So I'm looking on my book right now, right? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I can't even bet on this because I have a $15 minimum, and so. Hey guys, the one person listening here, you're gonna get if you're in a place that has FanDuel, bet on this. All right, Josh Allen first touchdown scorer plus 950. Evan Ingram first touchdown scorer plus 1,400. Boston Scott first touchdown scorer plus 1,600. A $10 wager would win you $26,765. Now that is Bahamas money, my friend.
That might be Turks and Caicos money. I haven't done
You might be able to go to Bahamas twice.
I haven't crushed the numbers on that one, but that's some real Skrilla.
The max wager that I could put on this in my private book is 93 cents.
The max?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I can't play it because I have a $15 minimum prop bet
right
thing. So it's like if I put $15 on that, it would win me $40,000.
Oh my gosh. Would be
10 days. 10 days.
Be rolling in a Rolls Royce.
I'd be crying. I'd be literally on the floor crying if I won $40,000.
CMC jersey? Look at him. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's that vintage Panthers CMC. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Gosh.
I can call it vintage now because he's actually on a good team.
That was so disgusting. He didn't win MVP that year. That's so nasty.
Yep. It's because it's a quarterback thing. You don't win MVP unless you're a quarterback.
Oh God!
If he gets a full season on the 49ers, he might have a chance next year, though. Especially if they get Tom Brady.
They're going to run him into the ground. He's going to be dead.
I mean, they're pretty smart about it. I mean, he has had 227 touches since coming to the Niners in week 7. So I guess I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that is.
He also has 1,400 total yards and 12 touchdowns.
How he's still standing this season's beyond me.
That dude is just a workhorse. I don't know.
It reminds me of different. It reminds me of like 2016 Le'Veon Bell, where everything just goes through him, and anything else is.
Except that offensive skill groups is better.
It is.
It's close. It's close. It's
just
closer with Antonio Brown. I'm thinking of when he actually had brain cells in his head.
Right. That was getting kind of like you're kind of.
Dude, actually, it was you guys. No, not you guys. You're a Steelers fan. It was the Bengals actually. Vontez Perfect blew him up.
Go figure.
It was that game, bro. Since that point in time, Antonio Brown has never been the same.
No, he has not. Throwing Gatorade coolers on the sideline, cussing out coaches. This is a great time.
He literally lost probably 10% of his brain power from that one. Unfortunately, it's sad, dude. He was probably one of the greatest wide receivers ever, and now he's just an absolute meme.
He is. He does something. He does something horrible every month. The thing is, too, is Juju repaid that favor. Luckily.
All right, I actually got a request for some props. Some discussion on some props here.
All right, let's ride.
All right, we are over a half touchdown here for Travis Kelce. I mean, I like one of their tight ends to score a touchdown. Essentially, I said Noah Gray only because it's plus 500, but it could very well easily be Travis Kelce as well. That's probably a really safe bet. Then we have Jerick McKinnon over 33.5 receiving yards. I think that you highlighted that earlier. You like Mahomes completions, so you check down a lot of screens, stuff like that. Absolutely. So yeah, we could see that over hitting. Sleepers doing a promo. It's over a half rushing yard for Saquon Barkley. So that's obvious. That's going to hit.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I would think so. My friend.
We'll take that.
Yeah, we got to take that. Over 20.6 fantasy points for Christian McCaffrey.
20.6, huh?
Yeah, I could see that happening. Probably if I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna say he gets 17 to 23 touches total, probably 4 receptions, and 160 yards all purpose, and maybe 2 touchdowns. So
Could definitely see it. I mean, offense runs through him. So
he can score at any point on the football field.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Problematic for them. Tony Pollard over 19.5 receiving yards.
Me personally, I'm staying away from the Cowboys. I don't know.
You just don't like it?
We haven't talked about them, but I maturing is realizing that the Cowboys aren't as good as people say they are.
Oh, that's an all-time quote. That's literally going on our post when we post the promo up for next week.
I can't wait for the Cowboys. I can't wait for the Cowboys
to
win by 21 today or tomorrow. That'd be fun.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be improbable.
Old take
improbable to
exposed.
say the
Old
least.
takes exposed.
Yeah, I don't know about that. One sec.
Not really huge on that one, huh?
No, I got a text and like I don't really know about like he asked me a question and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know the real answer to that.
No, I actually don't have any prop bets on this 49ers game, but I did like what you said about the fantasy points for McCaffrey. This game is so iffy to me. I mean, I could see Dak Prescott just getting hammered and it just being an ugly day for the Cowboys. I could also see them being decent, but I still see the 49ers covering the 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think there's been so much emphasis on the Cowboys and they had such an easy schedule here. It's the same thing for the Eagles, but I think the Eagles all around are a better team, right?
Yeah.
They just had such an easy schedule here, and I know we picked the Bucks last week, and we were on the wrong side of that. But take me back to last week. I'll take the Bucks again every single time. Like,
yeah,
I had
10 out
no,
of 10.
I had no faith in the Cowboys at all, like zero.
And the only reason I picked the Bucks is because of Tom Brady. It's not because they're a good team. Like the 49ers are not the Buccaneers. Like,
right.
This is a top-notch football team. And like,
I mean, let's be clear, they were 8-9. Like,
yeah, like they had a losing record. You beat up on a team with a losing record. Yes, I was on their side and I was wrong, and I'm totally cool with that. And guess what? Not going to be on the Cowboys again this week.
And let's also be clear. Like, even though they were also 8-9, they were only a 3-point favorite against the Bucks. Like, it wasn't like it was astronomical, right? So
yeah, no. Absolutely not. I'm basically smashing the 49ers -4. Brock Purdy's made me a believer. I'm also on his over 1.5 passing touchdowns because he's done it in every single game he's played in this year. That's a lock.
It wouldn't surprise me if Dak Prescott pulls a Trevor Lawrence with those 4 picks this week. It wouldn't surprise me.
I like serious. Dak over a half. I like Dak over a half interception Prescott.
There you go.
There we go. That was English after I freaking fixed my words.
English and math, baby.
Yeah, not good. Apparently at 2 core things to be good at. I'm liking the 49ers team total here over 24.5.
24.5?
Yeah, I mean, they've scored like they're averaging like 35 with Brock Purdy in there, dude.
I know you were saying how you think the Eagles, like the Giants game, would be ugly. This could be an ugly one too. Like just like
with the defenses,
like an all-time drag out, like 17-10, nasty, disgusting playoff game, but still interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's one more on that I missed. Do we like Kittle over 11.5 fantasy points?
Oh man,
that's like 4 for 40 and a touchdown.
I just with Purdy back, Purdy surprisingly throws it everywhere. Like,
yeah, he does. He does distribute the ball a lot more.
Ayuk, Samuel, McCaffrey, or Kittle, like. I would stay away from that. He distributes it so well that it could be one game where Debo has like a 8 for 120 and McCaffrey does like the same, and Kittle gets 2 targets or 2 catches.
Yeah, could be one of those types of games. So that was one whole parlay essentially for 20 to win 2,000 on Sleeper.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna kind of not what am I gonna say? Suggest. That was the word I'm looking for. Suggest. If I'm gonna suggest anything, maybe take the Kittle out and add like a Brock Purdy 1.5 touchdown passes, or like
It's
maybe the
it's not
Joe
bad.
Burrow 1.5 touchdown passes,
Right.
since that's probably gonna be a more high scoring game. But again, this is your parlay. Please make your decision. I don't want you to be taken out and then you put it in and then just have that not be the leg that hits. And
What we're saying is we're not responsible, but we are.
Yeah, I am not responsible. This is just my suggestion.
We'll account for the wins, not the losses around here.
And like at the same time too, like Kittle, like that, it could be a Kittle game. Like
Right.
It very well could be. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Like that's what I'm saying too. Is like it could be where Debo gets 2 catches and Kittle gets the 8. Like
Yeah. Yep.
nothing surprises me with the 49ers, especially with Shanahan. That's why I literally don't have any I have 0 prop bets in my notes for this game.
Do we like a first touchdown scorer here in this game? CMC?
God, it has to be like even money though, right?
No, plus 500 first touchdown scorer.
Really? Plus 500 for first. I'm surprised it's that high for first. I figured it'd be like plus 200.
Yeah.
Even close to even money. I like that.
I added that to our first touchdown scorer parlay.
110 to make what?
15 doing $240,960.
Listen, people, you take that, you put into an SPF 500, you're retired for life. Let's go.
All right, so $1 wins you $16,000. Put it in on your FanDuel account. This one I'll take credit. This one you put in. Go for it.
$1 you win $16,000.
Yeah.
That is so unheard of.
Yep. Josh Allen, Evan Ingram, Boston Scott, Christian McCaffrey, first touchdown scorers.
Oh my gosh. And those are like not out of the realm of possibility. Like that can happen. We would need stuff to go our way, but it can
My
happen.
buddy just asked me, where do I do this? We're in the same state, brother. I'm trying to figure it out too. I can't do it right now. I want to figure it out.
10 more days. 10 more days.
10 more days. Well, actually, I might call my buddy in Jersey and see if he puts that in for me.
Oh, $1? Come on, like, yeah. I mean,
he'll put it in for $5. Watch.
Should we get a candy bar or should we bet $1 to win 16,000? Come on now.
You can't get a candy bar for $1 anymore.
Well, yeah, you really can't get anything for $1 anymore.
Damn, I don't want to end on a sad note.
We're locked in. This is gonna be. Last week was terrific. I'm glad we did it today, just because we can kind of get the lines on the prop bets.
Yeah,
and we kind of have a better idea and understanding of what it is. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this weekend. This weekend is a lot of good games going on.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so what are we here? I'm on the 49ers -4. I'm on the what's the total here? 46.5. I'm on the under. I'm on the under 46.5.
Yeah. And if I had to lean one, that's what I would go to, under.
Yeah, I'm on what's it called? Christian McCaffrey, those fantasy points. If you can bet on fantasy points, do it. If not, then take his overs, because I think he's in the playoffs, and that dude apparently loves the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then remember, if you're in a state that allows you to put bets on FanDuel, first touchdown scorer, Josh Allen, Evan Ingram, Boston Scott, Christian McCaffrey, $1 wins you 16,000. Do it, love it, live it, learn it, and cash it.
Oh my gosh!
Cash. If that cashes off this, and somebody does that, you best be reaching out on social media.
If that catches, this podcast should at least have 1,000 people in it next week.
Yeah, yeah. If we build the plus 1,606,401, that's 1.6 million to 1 odds.
Can't make this up, people.
If we cash that, we're legends. That's all I gotta say. That's it. We'll end it on a good note there.
Off the one parlay, we could possibly go down to the Gambling Hall of Fame. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yep. So there you go. I don't think we had really all that many enough people to comment on our plays, and we have plenty of plays. So I will post these on our Stadium Rant Twitter, all of them, and yeah, we'll make sure you guys look at that. And if you forget any of them, that's where they'll be. Thank you for watching. Really, really happy for anybody who came here and showed out with us on this Sunday afternoon. Let's get ready for some great football.
Can't wait.
Let's cash these cash. Peace out, everybody.